Assalamualaikum, Madam Mariyam Binti Abdul Aziz. My name is Ainul Iryani from DIA 48. My group consists of another 4 people, which are Muhammad Hafiy Zuhairi, Nurul, Aiman, Iffah, Siti, Nabilah, and Siti Athirah. Today, my group will present about the introduction of taxation. In this presentation, we will talk about the definition of taxation, objective of taxation, scope of charge, types of tax, classes of income, basis period, basis year and year of assessment, and the chargeable person. So firstly, the definition of taxation. Taxation is a form of payment imposed on individual and business entities. In other words, taxation is governmental financial fee that is mandatory for people to finance governmental expenses or public expenditure. The failure of people to pay tax will cause people to pay fine, and it is punishable by the law. Next, the objective of taxation. Firstly, source of national income. The government revenue comes from individual income tax, corporate income tax, and other mixed sources. This revenue used as an indicator for national income. Secondly, reduce gap between rich and poor. It is because high income person will pay high income tax than low income person. Thirdly, as promoter for economic growth. As we know, tax is for generating revenue for financing development. The more tax paid by a person, the more development will be done. Thus, the economic growth will be expanded. And lastly, income and wealth redistribution tools. Tax revenue that have been paid by people will be distributed again to the people, such as subsidies and voucher. Next, the next presenter will present about the scope of charge.
Hi, I'm Nurul and Iffah. Today I will present on scope of charges. There is 2 sources of income is Section 4 and Section 4A. But I will tell you about Section 3, Section 3B and Section 2 also. Section 4 is an income that gains or profit is came from a business, employment, dividend, interest, discount, annuities, royalty, rents, pension, and gains and profit that came from business in Malaysia. While Section 4A is for a person who not a resident in Malaysia but have property, movable property, venture, project scheme, machinery, which is in Malaysia. So it is chargeable under income tax in Malaysia. Okay. Section 3 is about an income that accrued in or derived from Malaysia, so it would be taxed. While Section 3B is an offshore company that have offshore business activity that are not derived in Malaysia, it is not chargeable under tax income. Section 2 is about, it define that a person is to include in a company a body of person in a limited liability partnership or corporation. So it is crucial to establish the concept of person, because such person who is in the company will be the chargeable person that accessible to tax on his income derived from such taxable activities in the company. The tax rate applicable to each category of chargeable person varies, which is flat rate or scale rate or reduced rate. Okay. Secondly is implementation of assessment. For individual, the assessment must be in the current year. For example is for the year 2020, the date must from 1 January 2020 until 31st December 2020. While for company, limited liability partnership and cooperative society, it can be from the year of assessment, the basis year, the current year or the year after that or before that. As example is like for the non-calendar year is like for 1 February 2019 until 31st January 2020, like that. There is difference on tax rate for resident and non-resident. It is usually for resident 0 to 28%, while for non-resident is flat rate to 28%. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hafiy bin Zainal. Now, I will present about type of taxes. There were two types of taxes in Malaysia, which is the first one is direct taxes. Direct taxes is a tax that imposed on the income or profit of an individual, not on goods or services. As for example, we have income tax, personal property tax, and taxes on assets. The other one is indirect taxes. Direct taxes is a tax that collected by putting it on the purchase price for service and goods. It's called as indirect tax because it is indirectly paid to government. As example, we have sales tax, goods and services tax, which is GST and tariff. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nabilah Binti. Today I will present about classes of income. This income upon which there is chargeable under this act is income in respect of this, which is under section 4 A, B, C, D, E, and F. Section 4A, gain or profit from a business. Section 4B, gain or profit from an employment. Section 4C, dividend, interest or discount. Section 4D, rents, royalty or premium. Section 4E, pension, annuities or other practical payment. And last but not least, Section 4F, gain or profit not falling under any of the foregoing paragraph or others. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Siti Binti Masran, the last presenter of this group with ID number MDA008, who is going to present about basis period, basis year, and year of assessment, and chargeable person. Basis period is the time period for an entrepreneur or partnership to pay the tax each year. Basis period for individuals is in year of assessment 2004, self-assessment was fully implemented. It is where the income source of a person other than a company, trust body or cooperative society will be on a calendar year basis. It is to facilitate the taxpayer on estimation of income tax, payment of tax and submission of return. For company, only the company, trust body and cooperative society can have their basis period for year of assessment to be on a calendar year basis or non-calendar year basis. Other than that, LLP also given the same treatment as company. Let's talk about basis year. It is the calendar year where it coinciding with a year of assessment. For example, for the year of assessment of 2021, it is the calendar year from 1st January 2021 to 31st December 2021. The last one is chargeable person, Who need to pay the tax? Everyone. People who come to Malaysia, even though it is only for an hour, still need to pay the tax, except for the kings, since they are the landlord of Malaysia country. That's all from me. Thank you.